Greetings, ghastly ghouls and ghostly goblins. Welcome to the Grey Man's channel. Soon, when Halloween comes, I will be playing you a special showing of horrible tales featuring the finest horror hosts from around the YouTube comic book community. But to play down to that date, that dark and disastrous day, that nightmarish night, I will be playing you some old tales from previous Halloweens. Tonight, I'm going to play you a little tale, a ghastly, ghostly gospel that was grabbed from the pages of House of Secrets 126. A little tale called The Haunter and the Haunted. Brace yourselves. Prepare for fear. Try not to cry too loudly, because you don't want to disturb the ghosts under the bed.
Fear can be a double-edged sword. On the one hand, a tool of survival, instigating caution and forethought. But on the other hand, a weapon of destruction, sowing seeds of terror and death, as it does in this tale of The Haunter and the Haunted. Paulie Gibbons wasn't really scared at first, just a bit uneasy.
Well, this is it, Paulie. Grenly Manor. You still want to go through with it? Remember, little brother, Mum and Dad are gone for the weekend. No one's going to come running when you start screaming. Look, Brian, I know you and George made up this dumb initiation thing just to keep me out of your club. But if staying here overnight is the only way I can get into the Oak Street Bobcats, then I'm staying. Whew, stubborn, ain't he? Maybe you just never heard the Grenly legend. Yeah, Paulie, do you know what happened to poor Mr. Grenly right up there in that bedroom back in the 20s? They say that Mrs. Grenly caught him fooling around with the upstairs maid one night and went berserk. Yeah, she got a hatchet from the woodpile and chopped his head clean off. And ever since, a headless ghost has walked the halls of Grenly Manor looking for revenge. But if you're still so all-fired determined to stay, Paulie, we'll be back in the morning to pick you up. Or to pick up what's left of you. Oh, I'm not scared.
But once inside the decaying mansion...
No, I'm not scared. Like a cat in a dog pound, I'm not. Oh well, I'm here for the night. Might as well have a look around.
Long minutes passed as Paulie wandered through the cobwebbed rooms. And then...
Yuck, it's sure no Holiday Inn. But at least I only have to stay one... Huh? Something sticky falling on my hand. What? Oh my gosh, it's blood, and it's dripping from upstairs, from the room where Mr. Greedy was murdered.
He was frightened then, but sometimes in the 9-year-old mind, curiosity can outweigh fear, and so Paulie made his way cautiously to the second-floor bedroom.
Ain't nothing to be scared of. Probably just some rusty pipe water or... Holy molasses, I'm getting out of here!
But at the front door...
Wait a minute, that's just what Brian and George want. If I run away, I can't join the Bobcats. Yeah, I bet they snuck in here earlier and planted that hatchet to scare me off. And that red stuff's probably just ketchup. Well, their little scheme just didn't work, 'cause I'm staying. And with the front and back doors locked, nobody can get in to try anything else. Sorry, big brother. But you lose. The rest of this initiation ought to be a piece of cake.
Minutes passed, an hour, as Paulie slept, and then...
Huh? What's that? There's something moving around upstairs. But there's can't be. No one could have gotten in. No one. Unless...
Once again, Paulie felt the icy fingers of fear. Once again, he climbed the shadowy steps. Oh, it's probably just some old stray cat or something. Got in through a broken window. Nothing to be scared of. And once again, he stood before the door of the murder room. Yeah, that's all it is. Just... Oh my god, it's... Suddenly... Huh? Yes, Paulie was very scared then. So scared that he never heard the raucous laughter that followed him down the darkened hall. Hooey! Did you see the look on Paulie's face? Man, he'll sleep under his bed for a month. Yeah, I thought he was scared by that fake blood we got at the novelty store and his mannequin's head. But when you went into that Headless Ghost routine, man, he really flipped out. Well, we sure don't have to worry about letting the little squirt into the bobcats now. Come on, we better leave the way we got in, through the cellar. We don't want to spoil the effect, just in case Paulie's still in sight. Fat chance. He's probably halfway to China by now. But the next morning, it was Brian and George's turn to feel a bit uneasy. You mean Paulie didn't come home last night? Yeah, and I gotta find him before Mum and Dad get back this afternoon, or I'm in big trouble. The uneasiness grew as the two pranksters searched, a search that, surprisingly, led to... Grenly Manor? But what are you doing back here? I never left. You mean after all we... Oh, cripes, I give up. Okay, Paulie, you win. You're in the club. Now let's go home. No, Brian, I can't leave. Can't leave? What do you mean, can't leave? But Paulie didn't answer. He merely pointed to the open door of the mansion. And when Brian and George entered... But Paulie, how could you be... I mean... It's really very simple, big brother. When you came at me in that ghost outfit last night, I was so scared that I dropped my flashlight when I ran. And in the darkness, I lost my footing, fell down the stairs, and broke my neck. But that can't be! If you broke your neck, you'd be... That's right, George. Grenly Manor wasn't really a haunted house when you brought me here last night. But it is now. Ah!
Did you enjoy that little story? What a lovely, happy ending that one had, didn't it? And they all lived happily ever after. Come back tomorrow night when I will play you another classic tale from the Grey Man channel. And remember to prepare yourselves for the upcoming Halloween extravaganza, where I'll be joined by many luminaries, many horror hosts from the YouTube comic book community, including Monster Rog and Mad Matilda, and also from the state of Creeperado, the Beastly Browns, a psychotic family of murderers. Well, not really, but let's pretend for Halloween. They will also be assisting me with one of my tales coming up on Halloween night. Until then, don't have nightmares, will you? And come back tomorrow night for another tale from the Vault of Terror.